Hey, my Liptons. So, this video is going to be very short. I'm not going to be too long up in here because YouTube, you already know. Some of these social media platforms, I've noticed, especially on TikTok, they've been, I kind of peeped, they've been shadow banning a lot of my political content. So, it's giving very much so like they're trying to ban your girl. So, I'm going to be very careful about what I say, especially concerning these politicians, because they be in their feelings, okay? They be more sensitive than us regular folks, okay? So yesterday I saw the news that Governor Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania, he was crying, talking about someone did an arson on my home, da 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 da. My kids weren't there, my wife wasn't there, blah 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 blah. But the home, as you can clearly see, let's look at some of these images. If you look at this is a beautiful mansion home, okay? Well, I'm sure people in Philly are in poverty and stuff like that, but whatever. This is home, okay? So, and listen, the arson burnt this thing down to smithereens, okay? DRACARYS, do you hear me? Call Drogon, call Viserys, call Rhaegar, call them all. They called Balerion, the Black Dread, and burnt this house down. Do you hear me? They Homeboy burnt this house down. Okay? So he burnt this house down to smithereens. Now, let me just say this. And I'm gonna be very careful because they trying to get your girl. I just feel like here's my thing. Of course, like I don't want political violence. I don't want. Let me just get that out the way. I don't like it. In a normal society, in a regular, normal, where things are fair, things are stable society, of course, I wouldn't want political violence. But guess what, bitches? We live in a dysfunctional, unnormal, unstable, violent society. Okay, that is the climate that we have been in for centuries, decades, and we're still in it. Okay, so we're gonna get what we're gonna get. From the top to the bottom, from the fish rots from the head. That's my saying. The fish rots from the head. So here's my thing, right? I will feel more sympathetic to Josh Shapiro if he didn't support genocide, if he didn't sign. You guys can go literally look up this picture. Go to Google Images. Josh Shapiro is literally signing bombs, which is going across the globe to bomb whole communities, whole homes, whole women, children, like elderly. He's signing whole bombs and acting as if it's normal. Okay? So, like, this is a very dystopian kind of thing with a lot of these politicians that they think is normal. He's signing whole bombs. Josh Shapiro, when was it? I think last year or 2 years ago, when the whole October 7th thing happened, he called the people who were protesting against genocide and ethnic cleansing. He referred to those people and called those people, compared them to the KKK, said that we're Nazis, and basically said that we're deplorable and we don't know what we're talking about and that we're anti-Semitic. Okay? So this same man is out here supporting, aiding and abetting, the same way that these presidents have blood on his hands is the same way that, the same way that he has blood on his hands. So he supports bloodshed. He supports burning of homes. He supports bombs being dropped on homes, bombs being dropped on women, on children, on elderly, on hell, even on abled men. He supports all of that. He sees no issues with none of that. And now, as you can see, this is what I will say. Whatever you dish out, and I think that this is what a lot of politicians don't understand, and this is what I feel like this is why the whole, like, they think that they're invincible, or they think that, oh well, I'm up here and like I'm some kind of deity figure, so nothing can ever happen to me. What you put out there can always come back to bite you in the ass. Okay? Karma is always a bitch. What you can dish out, baby, you better have the thick skin to take it. Let's just say this. I'm happy that his wife and his children were not in that home. All right. And nobody passed away. Nobody died. But his home, I truly, for me personally, I truly feel like this was, and you know what? I'm going to be careful, child. Because, there's YouTube. All I'm going to say is what you put out there can always come back. This is why people need to say, mind your tongue. Mind your tongue. Think about what you say. And also not just that. Think about you as a human being. You are championing killing other human beings across the globe. You are taking money from groups, from AIPAC, from all these groups that are literally slaughtering whole communities. And you don't think that thing is gonna come back and bite you, and you don't think the universe is gonna come back and get into that rectum and whip that ass? Come on, Josh. Come on. And by the way, this doesn't just go for, Josh Shapiro. It goes for all these problems. The other one, what's his name? That Zionist, John Fetterman. He better watch out too. He's not the most well person physically. So him championing, genocide and Zionism and all that stuff, he needs to watch out too. Because, sir, you're not the most healthiest physically, okay? You don't know what the universe is going to do to you in the long run. All I'm saying is that what you dish out, it can always be able to, and whether that's positive or negative. And clearly, morally, Josh Shapiro is a very flawed individual. Because when you champion genocide, when you champion, a whole government wiping out and ethnic cleansing other human beings, what, like, truly, really, what do you think is going to happen? Like, do y'all really think that, okay, well, I can just do these things and nothing's ever going to happen to me, or nothing's going to ever happen to me in the year after? Like, baby, no, there's always going to be something waiting for that ass. So that's all I'm going to say. I was very vague. At least I think, hopefully I were able to read in between those lines. But listen, all I'm saying is that I hope that Josh Shapiro gonna get the money either through the taxpayers in Pennsylvania. Y'all better get ready, because if y'all thought that y'all taxes were getting snatched up, y'all taxes are really gonna get snatched up to rebuild this home, okay? Or if anything, Josh Shapiro can call up AIPAC and have them pay for the damages. That's what I said on my post on TikTok. I'm like, listen, he needs to call AIPAC and have them repay for those damages. Clearly, AIPAC got all the coin in the world. Let them pay for the damages, okay? Leave the Pennsylvanian taxpayers alone. Get that foreign money to pay off the damages. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, tell me what you guys think. Things are heated. Things are a little emotional right now. Nobody likes acute political violence. But listen, we live in a violent society. Okay? The American society is a violent society. So listen, it's not just going to be us regular folks, like slashing each other. No, some people at the top going to have to get it too. We all in this together as High School Musical. We're all in this together. Okay, we're all in this together. If we gonna get fucked up and beat up and we just gonna be out here, killing each other, y'all gonna have to get some of this too. Even though I don't want it to be that way. I want us to be a very functional society, but we live in a dysfunctional society. So unless the top figures out a way to make us a functional society, which they can do, this is the kind of behavior that comes with this. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say. Let's get up to 2,000 subscribers. Please like, share my videos. Let's get the watch hours up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.